We've had 2 races at the Circuit of the Americas for the NASCAR Cup Series. Find out in this video who will be the 3rd. Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be discussing Circuit of the Americas, the former or the current Formula One track that NASCAR now races on. We've had 2 races in the past 2 years. The first race, which was a rain-soaked race, was a very interesting race. And then last year's race, which ended up happening with Ross Chastain taking the victory by bumping AJ Allmendinger into Alex Bowman, and Ross Chastain was able to make his way around and get the win. Now, when it comes to this weekend's race, it's going to be a very interesting race because we're going to have some road course ringers. Jordan Taylor, who I only heard of when he went during the Rolex 24, so that's the only reason I know him. He'll be driving the Hendrick Motorsports number 9. Jenson Button, the two-time, or actually no, is it one-time or is it two? No, one-time Formula One champion. He'll be driving the Rick Ware Racing 15, allied with Stewart Haas. Jimmie Johnson, the 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, will be racing for the Legacy Motor Club in the number 84. And Kimi Raikkonen, the one-time Formula One champion. So we're going to have 2 Formula One champions in this race. That is going to be absolutely amazing. Having 2 Formula One champions in a NASCAR race. He'll be driving the number 91 Trackhouse Chevrolet. Now, when it comes to this race, there's going to be a lot of favorites, because those 4 mentioned are definitely going to be favorites because they're used to racing on the road course type of track. They're not used to racing on ovals, besides Jimmie Johnson. But we also have some guys that can still win this race, because in terms of the top 5 best average finishes, number 1 is Ross Chastain with the 2.5. Second is Bowman with the 5.0. Reddick has the 3rd best finish with a 7.0. McDowell has the 4th with a 10.0, and Austin Dillon has the 5th best average finish out of the NASCAR Cup Series drivers with a finish of 11.0. But keep in mind, there's only been 2 races at the Circuit of America Speedway for NASCAR. So, really, Ross Chastain is definitely going to be a favorite. I've also heard or saw an article that he's going to be dropping a watermelon from the 250-foot tower all the way down to the ground to start off the weekend, or start a NASCAR Cup Series. So that's going to be a very interesting thing to see. Now, when it comes to my picks for this weekend's race at Circuit of the Americas, I've gone with one that's in the top 5, but the other 2 are kind of out there. My favorite pick is the guy that's usually good on the road courses. He's been running alright when it comes to the season so far. His teammates are gotten a penalty, and his teammates had negative points. AJ Allmendinger is my pick to win this week's race. AJ Allmendinger is a road course ringer. When he was driving for JTG Doherty Racing, he was winning races at Watkins Glen. Now that NASCAR is going to have multiple road course tracks, I expect AJ Allmendinger to be contender for each and every one. I'm pretty sure when it came to Xfinity Series last year, he won a majority of the Xfinity Series races at the road courses. So AJ Allmendinger is my favorite pick. He has an average finish of 19.0. But let's keep in mind, that 19.0 is due down to last year's race, where he got bumped and then ended up finishing, being in the gravel and got stuck, and he ended up not finishing. I think he finished 26. Otherwise, I think AJ Allmendinger would be in the top 5, possibly even the top 10 of average finishes when it comes to the NASCAR Cup Series. But anyway, AJ Allmendinger is my pick to win this race, my favorite pick to win this race. My dark horse pick to win this race is Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick I just want to say this. When it comes to Tyler Reddick and the way he runs, he's been running, when it comes to this year and how he's been running, it's been very quiet. I mean, last week he was competing at the front towards the end of the race and ultimately did not get the win, but he still got a top 5. But this weekend, keep an eye out. He's going to be my dark pick for this race. Like I said, Tyler Reddick has an average finish of 7.0. So I'm going to be looking out for Tyler Reddick when it comes to this weekend's race. And when it comes to the underdog pick, this is going to be out there. He got a top 10 last week out of nowhere On the final lap, went from 18th to 8th. My underdog pick for this race is going to be probably the best driver for that GMS racing team, or I think it's rebranded now. I forgot the name of it, but it's going to be Eric Jones. Eric Jones has an average finish of 12.5 in these 2 races for the NASCAR Cup Series at COTA. But keep in mind, this team has gotten better since last season. And now that every car is basically going to be like competitive around the same time, if Eric Jones gets it, if the team gives him a good car, Eric Jones can go out and win this race and pick up his first win of the season. So that is going to be my picks for the that is going to be my picks for the Circuit America Speedway this weekend for NASCAR. Favorite is AJ Allmendinger with the average finish of 19.0. My dark horse pick is going to be Tyler Reddick with 7.0. And then my underdog pick is going to be Eric Jones with the 12.5. And like I mentioned at the start of the video, Jordan Taylor is going to be in the 9. Jenson Button in the 15. Jimmie Johnson in the 84. Kimi Raikkonen in 91. And the best average finishers in the NASCAR Cup Series at COTA, Ross Chastain with a 2.5, Bowman with a 5.0, Reddick with a 7.0, McDowell with a 10.0, and Austin Dillon with 11.0. Now, I want to know your guys' opinions down in the comments down below. Who do you think is going to win this weekend's race at COTA? Do you think it's going to be Ross Chastain going back-to-back? Do you think it's going to be AJ Allmendinger, Tyler Reddick, or Eric Jones? Or do you think it's going to be someone that nobody's really talking about? Maybe like a William Byron. Maybe like a guy like, Chase Briscoe. Someone like that. I would really want to know your guys' opinions down in the comments down below. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.